Hey guys, welcome back. It is Talk Tuesday.
Going up on the Tuesday.
But it is also Trippy Talk.
Trippy Talk, Talk Tuesday.
I know, it's kind of cool.
It's good.
So Josh and I are out of town right now when you're seeing this video, so we decided to do Trippy Talks for all the Talk Tuesdays while I'm gone. So you guys will get to enjoy another Trippy Talk with Josh next week. Which is
that's
awesome.
exciting.
I know, it is exciting. If you guys don't know who Josh is, he is my husband. And he also has a YouTube channel that he just started, and he's been doing really good on it. I'm really proud. I'm like kind of blown away by how good you've done with this channel so far. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, I didn't have high expectations for you. Just kidding.
I am learning from the best, so it does help to have.
Thanks. Anyway, Josh's channel will be linked in the description box. Be sure to go subscribe. What are you working on right now? What videos can they see when they go to your channel?
I got stuff about wormholes, hacking, the origins of life and theories, radio signals that we're actually observing coming from outer space that is baffling astronomers, and it could be signs of extraterrestrial life out there. Maybe they're trying to communicate with us.
So if you want to go check out any of those videos, be sure to click the link in the description box. Today, what are we talking about?
Today, we are talking about lucid dreaming, which is...
Lucid dreaming, well, first of all, dreaming in general. I don't know why Josh and I get this requested so often to talk about lucid dreaming, but it's probably just because our dreams are like this huge part of our lives. Like, think about how often you're sleeping and how many dreams that you've had in your life, whether you remember them or not. Because some people I know of people that don't remember any of their dreams, but a lot of people remember them. But whether or not you remember them, you're having dreams. You are literally dreaming in another little dream world. And I think that dream world kind of fascinates people because it's this foreign place, and sometimes you find yourself even wanting to go back to it. Like, I'll wake up from a dream and like want to retreat back to the world I was in instead of my own reality. And I think that really interests people, just the idea of what do dreams mean? Why do we dream? Is there a way to go back into that dream world but control what happens to you while you're there? And that is lucid dreaming.
We do sleep for literally half of our life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is spent asleep in this other reality called the dream state of consciousness. I think it's really interesting that there's different ways to experience this world, one being lucid dreaming. You're in the dream, it all feels real, but at the same time you know that it's just a dream. You know, it's not a real, it's not actually happening. As much as you may want it to actually happen, it's not really happening.
Yeah, it's the idea that you can actually have control of your mind while you're in a dream and know that you're in a dream. And we were talking about this earlier. Some people I think experience that already, because I didn't know it was necessarily like almost lucid dreaming, but I always have control of my dreams. Like, I have for the past couple years. When I was a kid, it wasn't like that. But like a couple years ago, I started realizing like while I'm in my dream, I can like change things slightly. So I almost never have bad dreams because anytime any of my dreams get like negative or scary, I can control it. I am also very aware of the fact that it is just a dream and I can just sit back and enjoy the show. Like, I always know I'll be fine though. I can do anything here because I'll be fine. But it's not complete control to the point where I'm like moving my own hands,
it's not,
you know?
Yeah, or like you don't know what's coming next.
Exactly. It's almost like you can tweak a little things maybe, or just have awareness, but you can't really control everything that happens because weird crap pops in all the time and you're obviously not controlling that. So I think some people have already experienced it. Some of you out there are like, oh yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about. Or maybe you've lucid dreamed, which if you have, please share your experience below because we would all like to know. I've never thought I was close to lucid dreaming, but it kind of makes sense. And then once we started talking about it, Josh was like, hey, you know what? I feel like I'm the same way. Like, in my dreams, I somewhat kind of can know that they're dreams too. Yeah,
especially with nightmares. And this is actually, if we back up just a little bit, lucid dreaming is actually a scientifically proven state. It's not, this is fact. This is not just some made up, you know, new age idea. Scientists have been able to actually observe people in the lucid dreaming state by monitoring the electrical activity in their brain. They're able to tell when people enter different phases of the sleep cycle because you often lucid dream in the REMs.
I think you actually have to be in REM state to lucid dream.
I'm pretty sure you do. You have to be in the deepest,
which is where your eyes, I think it's rapid eye movement is what REM stands for. And it's when your eyes are literally, they're moving in your head, right?
Like
it's so
underneath
weird.
Your eyes.
God, how weird. That's such a weird human thing. Like, if we didn't dream or we didn't sleep as like beings and we came across humans or like other creatures that slept half their lives and like part of it, they were like going like this, we'd be like, What the hell?
It's literally like a movie's playing over your eyelids, like
so
when you sleep.
bizarre.
It's bizarre.
Dreaming is just so weird. So I think the idea of being able to harness that and control it is really interesting to people, and that's why the movie Inception was so successful. Which, if you've never seen Inception, definitely probably should, because it's amazing, and there's a reason for everyone loving it so much. But it's basically where they harness this lucid dreaming power and like try to. It's very complicated.
A dream within a dream within a dream
yes,
within a dream
yes,
within a
but
dream.
it's a similar type concept.
We create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their secrets.
With my experience, I think the biggest thing has been dealing with nightmares.
You have really.
I've had
night terrors.
night terrors and nightmares ever since I was a kid, and I don't really know the total source of all of these things. I mean, I have some ideas of what they could be, and I did watch a lot of
afraid of the devil, demons.
I did watch a lot of horror movies growing up, very graphic content. I guess I always just thought, oh, it'll never affect my brain or anything, and then
it does.
It comes out in your dreams.
Yeah.
And so I've had some crazy dreams where I'm being chased by something quite often.
Yours is always like being chased.
I'm always being chased from something, and I think it's gotten to the point where when I enter these dreams where I'm being chased by people or things or, shadowy figures or whatever it is. So when I'm being chased by all these crazy things, it gets to a point where I'm able to identify that this is just a dream and that this thing chasing me is not really real. And so it almost becomes kind of a thrill for me. Like my dreams aren't like I'm terrified and scared.
I love apocalypse dreams. Like I love having any dream, like anything Walking Dead related. Like I always know that it's a dream, so I'm just like enjoying the show. It's fun because you're like in it too. Yeah. So yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily what a lucid dream is.
I wonder if it'd be easier for you to lucid dream or for me, because I feel like I have a much, like I'm a lighter sleeper than you are.
I think you
are crazy. Like he sleep talks every single night before we go to bed. Like he'll fall asleep while I'm watching TV, and he'll wake up like an hour and a half later and turn it all off and be like, I cannot do this ever again. I have to go to sleep now. And I'm like, Josh, you've been asleep for an hour and a half. And he's like, no, you keep doing this to me. And like he had this one night terror that scared me so bad. I was up like reading or doing homework, and he'd been asleep next to me, and he just wakes up and he's like, what is that? Oh my god, saw something, and he was like, it's falling from the ceiling, it's descending, and I was like, what? And it was so scary. Like I've had a few times
where What state is that?
Where I'm like,
I was awake, but I was still obviously dreaming at
You
the
would
same
like
time.
wake me up all the time for scary things. Like one time he woke me up and told me he heard gunshots outside. So I thought it was real. It was like in our old place.
Jumped out of bed. I was in deep sleep, jumped out of the bed, ran to the window, like frantically looking out the window.
I had already started dialing 911.
It's like pop, 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 and I was like, and you're just freaking out.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, never mind, it's just a dream. Good night, bye. And he can go back to sleep. And for me, it's like, it's impossible for me. It's very hard for me to fall asleep. I'm totally an insomniac. I have issues like napping. I can't nap. Once I'm woken up in the morning, if I'm up for longer than 3 minutes, like I'm gonna be up for the rest of the day. And I think me and you have different sleeping patterns, so I'm wondering like who would be able to lucid dream easier?
I think I could probably.
Yeah.
Because I think that you have a firmer grasp on reality.
But I think you fall asleep too easy.
Yeah,
and,
that would be
so
my
we haven't
challenge.
even started talking about this.
So how do we do it?
Yes, how do you, and I don't think many people that are watching this realize you can actually induce lucid dreaming yourself. Like people do it all the time.
There's methods to do it.
Yes. So let's talk about those methods. Ooh, it just got like dark and cloudy in here.
There's tons of techniques out there. You can Google them and a ton will come up. But one of the most popular ones is called the mild technique. The mild method or mild technique to induce lucid dreaming. And basically what that is you fall asleep, you set an alarm to wake you up very early in the morning so that you're
3.
Yeah, like 3 in the morning so that you're waking up when you're coming out of your REM sleep.
I've heard you're supposed to do it like 5 to 6 hours after you fall asleep. So if you fell asleep at 9, you'd be getting up around 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah,
exactly. So you come out of REM sleep and you wake up and you're not supposed to do anything but just lie still and remember what you were just dreaming about. And then you basically sort of coach yourself to go back to sleep.
But you can't fall asleep.
Right, but you
have to force yourself to lay there awake, actually, with your eyes closed, and even if you're having like ideas of dreams, you still can't fall asleep completely. So
Right.
it's extremely hard to do. Like, this is not something you can just be like, let me just try this out tonight.
Yeah,
like,
it's very hard.
I feel like you have to mentally prepare for it and be like, you know, I feel like meditating a lot or knowing about meditation or having experienced meditation might help you to do it, because it sounds like it needs a lot of discipline to be able to actually make yourself do it.
Yeah, tons of discipline. It's not something you're gonna get on the first time, but you coach yourself back to sleep. You slowly let yourself sort of fall back into that dream world and kind of let the things that are happening in your mind happen.
And eventually you're like part of the world.
Slowly entering the dream world while still being awake.
And it would be very different than what I was talking about earlier when I was saying I kind of lucid dream. It'd be so different. It'd be such a more intense version of that. Like complete awareness to the point where you feel like it is actually reality. Like your hands are,
you can feel, smell, taste. You can do basically anything you can do.
But you're in a different world. It's kind of like, some people think it's like going into a different dimension completely, which is possible.
For all we know, it could be.
I mean, it might just be activating your third eye.
Could be our parallel universe
and being able to use it
Yeah.
actively.
Yes, the third eye, and rub your third eye while you fall back to sleep. Wake it up.
I need to pluck my eyebrows. I got a poke one right here.
I know, I'm like, you're
mine are blonde, so sometimes I can
At first
go
I was
so
like,
long
I
without
thought I
doing
was flipping.
Okay, we're getting distracted.
All right, back to this. Okay.
So since neither of us have ever lucid dreamed ourselves, as far as we know, we don't have much we can tell you about it, since I think it's hard to explain something you've never experienced. But I do want to end this video with a question for you guys as well as for you, and that is, if you were to lucid dream and were able to, what would you dream? Like, what world would you be in, and what would you be doing?
What would be like your dream, lucid dream?
Yes.
Probably, I don't know. It's tough. But I think that it would be really cool to fly. If I could fly, a lot of people say they have a lucid dream of where they're flying, so I want to experience that, because that just seems like a really cool thing. Because you feel the sensation. You can literally have the same sensations that your body feels when you're awake while you're asleep. I mean, how amazing is that?
Yeah, that's so weird. I think I would want to be like under the water, like be able to breathe underwater and be like a mermaid or something. like
a
experience,
fish,
like exploring the underwater world, like with perfect vision, and you know, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I know. Or I'd be like a badass, like fighting. Like some of my favorite dreams are always like where I'm a superhero. And like one time, I'll never forget, when I was younger, I had this dream and I wanted it to be real so bad. But when I was in like 5th grade, I dreamed that I came to school and my mom had bought me these like rocket shoes that like had fire rockets that came out, and so I could fly around the gym, and we were in like gym class and I was flying around and everyone else was just like, whoa, Kendall's so cool. And I remember just wishing it was real so bad. You know, you wake up and you're like, shoot, my life is way more boring than this.
Because I'm sure when you have a lucid dream, you don't want to come out of it.
No way.
Wonder how long you could stay lucid dreaming for.
I know, right?
What if you could lucid dream for like days?
Thumbs up this video if you think Josh and I should try to like lucid dream and like document it. One of us would have to be like the filmer, one would have to be the dreamer. But that's it for us today, guys. I hope you found this video interesting. Be sure to let me know what you think of lucid dreaming below. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and be sure to go check out Josh's channel, because he has a bunch of awesome content that anyone who likes my channel will most likely like Josh's as well. So be sure to check it out. I hope you're having a great day, and we will see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.